This is We Are Lions Nation podcast live pregame.
The countdown begins now.
Yo, 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 what's up? It is We Are Lions Nation podcast live Wednesday night, prime time, pregame show. Lions and 49ers coming up this weekend. Coming at you at prime time, 9 p.m. I just want to throw out there, we are doing a 9 p.m. show tonight, trying to throw around a few different times, see what everybody likes, see what works best. So if you guys got any input, throw us a message in our We Are Lions Nation Facebook group page. Let us know what time you guys prefer, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Let us know. I am the Soul Man, Andy Souls, and joining me as always, the Statman, Mr. Logan Erickson. Looking festive tonight as look at that mask.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Logan?
I'm ready. I'm stoked. Let's go Lions, baby.
Hell yeah. Week 1 coming up Sunday. Can't wait. We got the 49ers on tap. It's gonna be oh man, I've been waiting so long for this week 1 game to finally get to see everybody play. I don't know. I just can't wait. I really can't.
Oh, me too. Me too, man. I've been really stoked about the start of the season. Ever since last season that ended, I was excited for this season. So it's game time, baby. Sunday, 1:00.
Hell yeah, and I want a big shout out to just everybody that's watching, that's been watching. Thank you so much. We hit the most views we've ever had on one of our episodes last week's episode. So we want to thank everybody for watching and participating. All your comments, as far as the Who You Got segment coming up, we had a lot of comments on that, a lot of participation with the post. So we appreciate that, and yeah, we're just gonna get this started with the breakdown and jump into some news here. First, some Lions news. We have wide receiver Trady Benson. Has been stated that he's likely to make his start this Sunday. We all know we acquired him and wasn't sure if he was going to actually get any playing time, basically, seeing as he's brand new. But Dan Campbell said he sees Benson playing inside and outside both. He said you probably want to start him outside first and just see where we can take him. We're just trying to get him up to speed and see where he can go because we're playing and we want to see him have success and we don't just want to throw him into the wolves. Logan, what are your thoughts? Do you think you like the idea of Benson getting in there and getting some reps right away?
Yeah, I keep hearing great things about the guy. Not a whole lot of tape on him, but I'm excited. He looks like an explosive player, kind of a downfield type receiver, can spread the field, hopefully help out our other receivers like Cephas and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And, yeah, I'm excited to see him, and I think Dan Campbell's correct on that. We don't want to really throw him into the wolves, but we want to give him some opportunities to make some plays.
Yeah, and, 6 foot. He's over 6 foot, 180 pounds. So he's got some height to him. So, maybe outside threat, especially in the end zone. That'll be a good thing. And some more Lions news. 6 years after former president Tom Lewin was fired, he's dipping his toes back into the football water, so to speak. He is going to be joining a spring football league, Major League Football, as a special executive consultant. So basically there's a new football league starting up and he will be taking part in that. So former Lions president back in football again. So that was what I thought was an interesting little news story there. Some NFL news. This is just out today that I seen. Two-time Pro Bowl running back Clinton Portis, and 2 other former NFL players have pleaded guilty for their roles in a nationwide health care benefit fraud scheme. They basically submitted false claims for payouts totaling about $3 million, and that was according to the Justice Department. Clinton Portis, Tamarick Vanover, and Robert McCoon admitted to participating in the scheme to scam the league's retiree health care benefits plan, and which provides tax-free reimbursement to former players and their families for out-of-pocket medical expenses that are not covered by insurance. So basically, those 3 were taking funds from health funds away from former NFL players and their families. I don't even know what to say on that. That's
Scumbags, man. Yeah, that's all you can say. They're scumbags. You know, players count on that. You know, when they retired or they get hurt, they depend on that. And when you're sitting there skimming off the top for your own profits, they deserve every bit of jail time they get. I can tell you that.
I agree 100%. You know, especially being a former NFL player, if you messed up your path outside of football, then that's your problem. But don't do something like that and take it out on everybody else. I can't stand when an NFL player does something stupid and messes up their entire career. I can't stand it. I think it's the dumbest thing. You got it made. You got it made to play a game that you love, to make millions of dollars, and you screw it up. Well, these guys are taken from people that don't deserve to be taken from. So I agree with you, Logan. Statman, I agree. I think they should, whatever penalty they get, I think it should be severe. And you know, I hope they learn their lesson. We got a first comment coming in. They should run him out of bunch formation and let him run the streaks. Yeah, good point. 180 pounds,
Yeah.
6 foot tall, talking. You know, 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. He's probably got a little bit of speed to him. Yeah, I can see that. Throw some streaks out down his way. That could be good for Jared Goff as well. Another comment coming in here. Hope they all get the max 10 years for it. Absolutely. I hope so as well. Last piece of NFL news we got here, just something I want to touch up on. For any of you Giants fans out there, Saquon Barkley was limited in practice today, again with a knee. So maybe a little bit of concerns for the Giants. Their man that was supposed to be coming back, I don't know if it's a break. I'm not sure, but if they're just taking it easy. But he is having a few issues with that knee injury. So something to definitely watch out for the
That's
Giants.
Good for you, though. That's good for you this week in fantasy. My brother Dane has Saquon. I'm pretty sure he's got Saquon against you.
What we got here?
Better put some repec on my Giants.
I wonder who that is. I wonder who that comment's from.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, Dan, we ain't saying nothing negative about your Giants. I'm just letting you know that your old Saquon Barkley, he may be still dealing with that knee injury. So you're gonna have to watch out for that, buddy. Let's go ahead and move on to that's all the news I had for today. There wasn't a whole lot out there as far as news goes. So we're going to jump into the injury report. And I will say that the 49ers, normally Statman, you cover the 49ers injuries, but it appears that they do not have their injury report listed as of today. It is only Wednesday. So, you know, these injuries are going to be as of Wednesday. And obviously, the Niners didn't have any. For the Lions, we have running back DeAndre Swift was a full participant today in practice with dealing with that groin, but he was a full go. And he has been, from what I'm hearing lately, many practices, he's been a full participant. TJ Hawkinson, dealing with that shoulder, full participant in practice as well today. Nick Williams, defensive end, he's dealing with an elbow. A little bit of elbow injury, was limited today in practice. AJ Parker, cornerback, he's dealing with a little bit of a shoulder issue, limited as well today. We had Levi and I cannot pronounce this name at all. So if I butcher it, I'm sorry. But Levi Anakwakik, defensive end, he's dealing with a hip injury, limited as well. Taylor Decker, finger injury, limited, and Michael Brockers, defensive end, shoulder, limited practice today as well. Now this is the first injury report of the week on Wednesday. So any of this can change, and we will post an update on Friday and let you guys know what the final injury report looks like. But as of right now, that's what's going on. Logan, Statman, you see any concern there with that list of injuries?
Not really. The only one is Taylor Decker, but I'm sure he's going to be ready to go. I mean, all these guys I was told are ready to go, so I don't see too much concern with the limited practice. Now, if they didn't participate and they were out, then I'd be a little concerned, but looks like everything's going to be rolling just like it should.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I agree with you. I don't see too many injuries listed there that are a big concern at all. Hey, just a heads up, everybody, we're Lions Nation, the nation. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out Facebook Live. Our show is played over once the episode airs on Facebook, right on our Facebook group page. So make sure you're checking that out. Please share with all your Lions friends. Make us know and help us out. We love having you guys. And make sure also, if you want to be on the show, let us know. We have a list going of guests that we want to get on, and we will put you on no matter what. We will get you on the show. We love having everybody in there. And thanks again for everybody for your participation with the episodes. And, we really enjoy it a lot. Logan, Statman, it's your time, my man. It's time for Face the Stats.
It's time for Face the Stats. All right, so obviously it hasn't even started the regular season, so we're basing all of these rankings off of last year's statistics. So for last year on offense, the Lions were 20th in total offense, 10th in passing offense, and 15th in run offense. San Francisco was 21st in total offense, 12th in pass offense, and 30th in rush offense. And let's look at the defense. Total defense for the 49ers was 17th in the league last year, based on their stats. Detroit was ranked 32nd, dead last. Our defense was horrible last year. Passing defense for the 49ers was 4th. Rushing defense for the 49ers was 7th in the league. And then for the Detroit, passing defense was 30th and run was 28th. And then I got an interesting stat here for everyone. Jared Goff versus the 49ers. In his career, he is 144 for 241. Record is 3-5. Just under 60% completion percentage. 1,580 yards passing. 197 average yards per game against the 49ers. 14 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And he's been sacked 11 times by the 49ers there. And his quarterback rating throughout his career against the 49ers is 88.2. So it's looking a little sketchy going into this game, but it is a different team that he's with this time. But I don't know if I can say it's better talent or worse talent because we haven't really seen much. So we'll have to wait.
I mean, it's all hard to say right now. I mean, it really is without having any stats from any games this season. It's going to be hard to tell. I understand that basing stats off of how he's done in the past. I mean, sometimes you play a team and you don't play well against them, and that could be the case. I definitely hope it's not the case, but it could be. And so something to watch out for. Is Jared Goff, how's he going to play this year with the Lions against the 49ers compared to how he did with the Rams? Something very interesting to watch for this Sunday.
Just put it this way, if we were looking at paper stats from last year, it would look like the Lions are going to get their butts kicked and thrown all over the field.
Yeah, that's why we don't judge off paper stats. We give them to you, but you don't know. You never know what's going to
Any
happen.
given
And
Sunday.
yep. So let's just basically what let's talk about the matchup. You got the Lions, you got the 49ers. We got the Lions coming in with hopefully a great offensive line. Defensive line looks great. Linebackers I think are going to be great for the defense. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup to see, how this goes. And then I believe 49ers quarterback, it's not Justin Fields. Who is it? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, okay. So you got Jimmy G coming out there. He'll probably be starting. But, how's the Lions defense? How's that young secondary going to hold up against Jimmy Garoppolo out there on Sunday? That's a big question. That's probably one of the bigger questions. How are those cornerbacks going to handle the game? And how much can we base off of it once it's over? So, there's still so many questions up in the air as far as Sunday's matchup goes. What are you thinking about the matchup on Sunday?
I think it's going to be a close, tight game of defense. It's going to be a defensive game, so don't expect any explosive offenses coming out there and just running up and down the field putting up scores. I think these defenses, both of them, are very stout. The Lions is very young in the back end, but like I've said before, is that front seven we have very talented. There's a lot of veterans there, a lot of good veterans, and I just believe that that front seven will help out that young secondary, make it a little easier on them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the changes they made with the linebackers is going to help out tremendously. I see Barnes making some big plays in that linebacker spot. It's a different defense too. We have to remember that this is a whole different defense for the Lions. Running that 3-4, it's going to be a totally different thing to watch out there on Sunday and just see how it all comes together. And then you got to think on offense, you got the 1-2, possibly 3-punch combo. DeAndre Swift, Williams, and Jefferson. The 3-punch combo. Those three, that's going to be interesting to see how they do as well. So, we got another Facebook comment coming in. What's your over/under on how many times Goff gets sacked Sunday?
I would say 2, and I would say under. I'd say he's under 2.
Here's my thing. There's still a lot of talk about Sewell and his play. There's still a lot of negative talk. And people are saying that he's just going to get run over. And this is from, ESPN and things like that. I'm not talking fans. I'm just talking, analysts in general saying that Sewell's just going to get ran over and, he's going to allow too many sacks. Do you agree with that? Do you have any concern on how Sewell's going to play? Or do you think that having the normal offensive line in there, the starters, is going to make it a little better for him?
Well, I think, like Jeremy said on the last show, I'm going to shout out to him. He brought this up. But I think Sewell, he's going to start off a little rough. But I think as soon as the game progresses, gets into the second, third, fourth quarter, you're going to start seeing Sewell become the offensive lineman that you expect to see as a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to say, if I have to say any, hopefully none, but if there are any sacks, I think I'm at the 2 or 3 range as well. I don't see many more than that. I don't want to see any more than that. And then let's see here. My concern on Sewell is that he took the last year off at football. He is at a new position, and the knock on him was he was short arm. He has short arms. What do you think, Statman?
Well, people can think what they want, but when he goes out on that field and he proves everybody wrong, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. He goes out there and just proves everyone wrong, all these haters. A
I feel
year off
like
football, 2 years off football, if you're just naturally talented at what you do, it doesn't matter how long you take off. You will still be ready to go.
and it is, college to NFL, so there is that transition period. But I don't think Campbell and the Detroit Lions would have picked him number one overall if they didn't see the talent that's there. So I'm not super concerned about him. We'll have to see on Sunday how he does. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for throwing your comments in there. We love it. Thank you so much for joining in the live feed. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited, man. I can't wait to see. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I really can't. Hey, guys, anybody watching, make sure you give us your thoughts on what you think this Sunday. What are any concerns you have against the matchup of the 49ers? Let us know in the comments, and everybody, thanks again for commenting. We are going to move on now to a new segment that's new this year that I'm excited about. The Statman's fantasy picks for the Detroit Lions. All right, Statman, what do you got for fantasy? Who are you sitting?
All right.
Who are you starting?
I'm going to let everybody know this is my opinion, too. Take it or leave it. I don't really care, but this is my opinion. So you don't have to like it. You can disagree with it. That's all right. So for the Lions, who I'm going to say to start, this is going to surprise a lot of people. The Lions defense. Start their defense this week against San Francisco. I'm telling you, they're a lot nastier than what you've seen in the preseason. Hawkinson is obvious. DeAndre Swift isn't obvious. Start him. For the 49ers, I say start Kittle and start Ayuk, because historically the Lions have done horribly against tight ends, and George Kittle is, if not the best tight end in the league, one of the best. And you got Ayuk, last year was their leading receiver, and I think he's going to put up higher numbers this year, so look out for that guy. There's just no way to stop somebody 100%. Sit him, I would say for the Lions, you want to sit Tyrell Williams. Sit Quintez Cephas. Do not start those two. If you do have Amon-Ra St. Brown, I would say he's a risky flex pick. If you got deeper leagues, PPR, I would say go Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. Jamal Williams, sit him. He's not going to get a lot of touches with Swift. And then for the 49ers, you want to sit Sanu, you want to sit Garoppolo, you want to sit Deebo Samuel, and you want to sit Mostert, because Mostert is not going to get anything going with that nasty defensive line of Detroit. And that is my stardom sit-em for this game.
We love it. Thank you so much, Statman, for bringing that to us. Absolutely love it. And, you brought up some names that we didn't really talk about on that opposing team for that 49ers. Guys like Kittle and Ayuk, like with that secondary, how do they stop a guy like Brandon Ayuk? How do they stop that guy from making huge plays? And do we know who the starting quarterback for the 49ers is going to be on Sunday?
Yeah, it's Garoppolo. Last time I heard, Trey Lance had an injury on his hand, and he will be out for at least – I know he's out for at least this game against Detroit.
Well, so then we don't have to worry about a scrambling quarterback too much. But that still leaves the threat of Kittle and Ayuk. I think the linebackers could do okay against Kittle. I don't think they'll be better than they were last year against someone like that. Bottom line is Ayuk, I think, is going to be trouble. It'll be good to see if they put Okudah on him, how Okudah does with him. I think that'll be an interesting matchup to watch. See Okudah versus Ayuk. That would be very cool to see. We got a comment from your fantasy unpopular opinion here, but I'm starting Garoppolo. I don't think Holly on the secondary yet. Yeah, and that's basically what we were just talking about. That secondary along with the Lions wide receiver group, is a total unknown.
Yep.
We have no idea how it's going to go.
I just and Deebo Samuel is back. Don't forget him. Yeah, I said sit him. I just feel like the Lions are going to game plan against Deebo. Ayuk is a little harder to game plan against just because he can play in different parts of the field. And Kittle is just going to dominate. He always dominates anybody he plays. I don't care what kind of defense you throw at him. And I just think that front seven is going to put enough pressure on Garoppolo where he's going to make a couple mistakes and help our secondary out there.
All right. That is, yeah. So up next, we're going to do our in the zone player, something that we started up last season with our show, and we absolutely love doing it. So we're just going to pick a player who we think is going to be in the zone this Sunday. And
I want to go first.
Go ahead, buddy.
I am going to Lee McNeil. I think he's at least going to have a sack, and he's going to help stop this run offense of San Francisco. And you're going to see a nastiness you haven't seen since Ndamukong Suh's rookie year.
I like it. I like the pick. I went with my man, DeAndre Swift. I have been dying to watch him play football. We haven't seen him at all. So that I know of. I didn't see week 1 preseason, the beginning of it, so I don't know if he played at all. But I'm dying to see him. I'm saying Swift is going to come out hard, and he's going to have a breakout game, first game of the season, at least 100 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns against the 49ers. I think we're going to see the Swift that we've all been waiting to see. It's going to happen this Sunday, week 1. That's what's going down. DeAndre Swift is the man. My favorite player. So. Hands down. Hands down, Logan. Hands down.
I'd love to see a good return by Swift with his injuries and everything else. I'd love to see him come out here and rush for over 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. Be nice to see.
It would be. Yeah. And then, oh, God, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see him run that ball. I can't.
I know I'm
killing me.
I'm so
driving me nuts. We got keys to victory. Logan, I need an offensive key to victory for the Lions. How's the offense going to beat the 49ers?
Block. Give Goff time to find open receivers and give DeAndre Swift some holes to run through. I think blocking is the biggest key of the offensive key to victory.
I like it. And what would be your defensive key to victory for the defense?
Pretty much opposite. I say defensive line needs to get pressure, needs to fill the gaps and stop the run. The 49ers do a lot of window dressing on their offense. They like to put a lot of guys in motion. They like to throw a lot of different crazy stuff to get the run game going. So I just hope that we contain, we stay on our assignments, and we just make smart plays and just win in the trenches, win on that defensive line and get that push.
Yeah, I like it. For me, offense, I'm gonna go. Jared Goff on this one. I want take your time. I want Goff to take his time, make smart decisions with throwing that ball. Don't try to make something happen that's not there. Is what I'm saying. Just take your time. Throw it to your second, third option if you have to. I like your comment on the offensive line. Get those blocks. So we can run the ball. I think it's going to be a run heavy game for the Lions this season. This whole entire season, I think, is going to be run heavy for the Lions. So the offensive line is going to have to put in work. For the defense, I'm most looking forward to. I want to see these linebackers make tackles, show some speed out there on the field, and make those tackles. Stay on your cover. Those linebackers have a lot of duties out there on that defense as far as coverage goes. So I want to see those linebackers play well, and I'm really looking forward and hoping that we see a difference in the linebacking core Sunday.
Yeah, the coverage by linebackers is going to be key, especially against a guy like George Kittle. He's nasty.
So up next, Logan, it's the last segment of the show, and it's our favorite segment of the show. It's who you got. Who you got. So we did a little different this year. For those of you that don't know, our Who You Got segment, we normally will go through and pick who we think is going to win each game for the first week, including every team. That includes every team, every game. And then we keep track and we see who wins at the end of the year between the Statman and myself. This year we're doing a little differently. We asked you guys, the viewers, to vote on the primetime games of what you guys thought who would win. And you guys are going to be competing against us in just the primetime games to see who can take us out. If you guys can take us out. So a little competition for the fans, for the nation. So excited to see how that works out. Hopefully you guys keep participating. And we had great participation in the first round, the first go. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the Thursday night football game. We got Dallas versus Tampa Bay. The nation went with Tampa Bay. I went with Tampa Bay as well. And Statman, your pick was
Dallas. Them boys.
So we got Statman going Dallas, and I am going to agree with the nation and go with Tampa Bay in the Thursday night NFL kickoff. For Monday Night Football, I'm sorry, Sunday night will be next. Monday Night Football, we have Baltimore versus Las Vegas. The nation went with Baltimore. I went with Las Vegas. And looks like Statman, you went with Baltimore as well. So you went with the nation there. And I took a chance. I said, maybe Derek Carr and the Raiders, they got something going. Let's see what happens this year with them. So I went with I know. I took a chance on that one. We'll see how it goes. The last game for the nation here, we got Sunday night, Chicago versus LA. You guys, the nation, you guys went with the Rams. I also picked the Rams, and so did Logan, the Statman. So we all are in agreement in that game. We all picked the Rams for that matchup. Week 1, Sunday, we have the Seahawks versus the Colts. My pick for that game is the Colts. And Statman, you went with Seattle. So first, that's the not prime time. That's just me and you. The first game, we already are on opposite sides of the field here. I don't know. I feel like the Colts are going to surprise some people, and I just feel like they're going to take it.
Well, they're down their starting quarterback. They're down one of their best offensive linemen, if not their best, Quentin Nelson. And I just think Seattle is just going to be too much for him. I don't see Seattle coming out, or the Colts coming out of that winning.
Well, next up we have Jacksonville versus the Texans. I went with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence's first NFL start. And it looks like Logan, Statman, you went with the Jaguars as well over the Texans. I think the Texans just got too much going on. I don't, concerned there with the quarterback. I don't see them winning very many games at all this season, let alone against the Jags. I think the Jags are going to be hot and they're going to be something to watch. So that's why I went with Jacksonville. Statman, what was your? Why did you go with Jacksonville over Houston?
Trevor Lawrence, the Jags are just a little too strong for him, I think. Like you said, Houston's got a lot of off-the-field issues dealing with their starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson, all the pending possible charges being pressed against him for sexual assault allegations. You just got too much stuff going on there. Tyrod Taylor, he's good enough to win, but I just don't think that team's stacked enough to actually pull out victories. My prediction is the Texans are going to be the first overall pick in the next draft.
Yeah, I can see that. I just think Houston has too much going on, and that I just don't think their mindset's going to be there this season. Next up, we have the Eagles taking on the Falcons. I went with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is going to tear it up this year, I have a feeling. And Statman, you went with the Eagles as well. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna see some good stuff from Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, especially with his new receiver out of Alabama, Devonta Smith. Them two also played with each other at Alabama, so you got that Alabama connection. I think he'll be targeting him a lot in comparison to other receivers, and he's going to put on a light show. So get ready.
Yeah. Next up, we got Justin Herbert and the Chargers taking on Washington. I went with the Chargers on this one, and Statman, looks like you are in agreement. Chargers as well. I mean, Justin Herbert, man, I think he's going to have an amazing year. I'm hoping that he has an amazing game, his first game, because he is my starting fantasy quarterback. So hopefully, come on, Herbert, let's make some magic here
Yeah,
this week.
That one was a tough decision for me. Washington with Fitzmagic, I almost lean that way, but I just don't see him overpowering the Chargers offense.
Next up, we have the Steelers taking on the Bills. I went with the Bills on this one, and Logan, you went with the Bills as well. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the Bills. I feel like I feel like the Bills are going to be a team to watch out for this season, big time.
Yeah, they're stacked. Got a great defense, and everybody knows about Josh Allen and his arm strength and his talent. They're going to be a tough team this year. So
I've even heard talks of Josh Allen possibly via MVP rumors already. So
it could happen.
We'll see where that goes. But yeah, Josh Allen, the Bills, going to take that one over the Steelers. Next up, we have our division rivals. One of them, the Vikings versus the Bengals. I went ahead and went with the Bengals on this one. Joe Burrow going to make a comeback, and I don't think Kirk Cousins has it, and I never have. So. Yeah, Bengals in this one over Minnesota. Statman, you went with Bengals as well over the Vikings. We got Jets versus Panthers. I went with the Jets, and it looks like Statman, you went with the Panthers. I went with the Jets on this one. I just feel like there's some really good talent. Zach Wilson, I feel like there's some really good talent on that team, and they're going to be a surprise, is what I think is going to happen. And of course, Logan or Statman, you went with the Panthers. What are you seeing there with the Panthers?
Well, Christian McCaffrey, Sam Darnold going against his old team, and then you got Robbie Anderson, that elite wideout they got. I just think it's going to be too much for the Jets, and with the new head coach and rookie quarterback, it's going to be one of those welcome to the NFL moments for Zach Wilson. So.
It very well could be. This next one, believe it or not, I actually kind of debated this one a little bit. We got the Cardinals versus the Titans. I went with the Titans. I was a little bit back and forth. I think you're going to see some magic this year from Kyler Murray on that with the Arizona offense, and I know they got some key defensive starters coming back too. So I was a little iffy on this one, but Derrick Henry and the Titans, I think, are going to pull off a victory against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of a secret Titans fan in a way. Shh, don't say anything. No, I'm just kidding. Titans just with Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Ferkser. They just got
Ryan Tannehill. I mean, it's an elite team.
Yes.
We got Facebook user coming in. He says the Cardinals with exclamation points. So we got a Cardinals fan in the house. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I almost went with them myself, but I just couldn't not pick the Titans in this one. That was too hard.
Well,
next up, this was a good one too, Statman. We had the Browns going against the Chiefs. And I know you went back and forth on this matchup. The Browns are a good team. I'll give them that. But Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, I think they're going to be too much for the Browns. So I'm picking the Chiefs to win this one. And looks like you picked the Chiefs as well for this game.
Yeah, for me, it came down to home field advantage, kind of with the same with Tennessee Titans Cardinals game. I just went with the home team. It was a little too tough to pick between the two teams, so I just went with the home team.
All right. And next up, we have Dolphins versus the Patriots. I went with the Pats in this one. And looks like Statman, you went with the Dolphins. Man, I don't know, man. I just feel like Mac Jones is gonna have one of those moments where
Screw
he
the
just comes out
Pats.
and lights it up.
Screw Belichick. Screw Matt Patricia. Screw Bob Quinn. All them Patriot douchebags, okay? I'm done with them. Dolphins are going to kick your ass, all right?
Hey, I didn't say you had to be a fan of the team. I'm just picking who I think is going to pull it out. I almost went with Dolphins, but I'm like, Mac Jones might do something. So I took a chance, went with the Patriots on that one. We got Broncos versus Giants. I'm going with the Giants. It looks like you're going with the Broncos. I don't know, man. I just have this feeling. That's all I'm going to say about it. I have this feeling that the Giants are going to do something.
I got to ask you a question, though, Soul Man. All right?
Yeah.
Did you make this pick based off Saquon Barkley playing? Because what if he doesn't play? And then what's your pick?
Yeah, you got to think about that. And, based off of what I just heard earlier, yeah, that could be interesting. So maybe without Saquon Barkley, maybe they could still pull it off. I'm just rooting for the underdogs in this one.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to take it all day. Teddy Bridgewater is going to get his chance on another team. He's going to show up, everybody. Teddy Two Gloves, baby.
Teddy Two Gloves. Got Facebook user comment coming in saying he will play. Yeah, if he plays, it's going to be interesting to see Barkley out there on the field. In live game time action. He's been out for so long. So if he plays, it's still definitely going to be.
Well, if his knee is bothering him again, I feel like if his knee is bothering him again, I don't think it's smart to play him. Why risk a franchise running back?
He's a 4-down back. They will rest him even if he's fine. What do you think, Statman? Got a comment?
I think if his knee's bothering him, the one that he just had surgery on to repair that messed up knee, I think it's smart to sit him out for another couple weeks if it's still aggravating him, or get it rechecked and figure it out. He's too valuable to lose again for the whole season.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Packers taking on the Saints. Looks like we were both in agreement on this one. Going with the Packers. We had to. You can't change your pick. It's already locked in.
Damn it. I hate
now, I know when we were discussing the game, okay, when we were discussing the show, I know you wanted to go Saints. I also thought about going Saints. But then you think of this. Jameis Winston is the Saints starting quarterback.
Yeah,
against Aaron Rodgers.
He's also against one of 6 quarterbacks to have over 5,000 yards. Okay, 1 of 6. That's something. It's something.
We got another Facebook comment coming in. Saints are winning this game.
I know. That's why I wanted to change my pick. I hate Aaron Rodgers.
It's very possible, but I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, Devontae Adams. I just don't think the Saints are going to have what it takes to take them out.
I hope Rodgers gets hurt. I didn't say that.
No, because when you put your mask down, it's like stops. It's like it's censored. So if you had your mask on there, so you didn't say it. We didn't hear nothing when you said that with your mask. We got another one. I see the Saints getting a dub. Another one for the Saints here. Hey, got to think he threw 5,030 touchdowns before he had LASIK.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Jameis Winston does something. Maybe he does. From what I've seen, the footage that I watched earlier today, I actually seen highlights of him throwing the ball. Didn't look very good to me. But hey, maybe I'll be surprised and Winston will do something. I just don't think he's a very good quarterback, but we'll find out if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Next up is the game. It's the game. The Lions versus the 49ers. Last game here for who you got. I got the Lions taking this one 28-21. Statman, you got the Lions taking it 21-17. So we both had the Lions coming out on top in this one. And not too much of a score difference as well. And just so you guys know, when we do these who you got picks, Statman has no idea who I picked. So we don't reveal it to each other until the show starts. So that way it's a little funner, so we don't know who each other is picking. But yeah, that's it. That's the who you got. Those are our who you got picks for this upcoming week 1 football. I'm so excited to have football back. And thank you everyone for your participation in the Who You Got Nation Picks Challenge. We're going to do that every single week, so make sure you get your vote in when you see the post on the We Are Lions Nation Facebook page. Yeah, so just to recap, cap it up here. Lions, as long as that offensive line steps up and does what we think it does, opens up some holes for the running game, we could see a good game from Detroit. Still questionable as far as the wide receivers go, and still questionable as far as the cornerbacks go. But I think all questions are going to mostly be answered Sunday. Logan, your final thoughts on the matchup against the 49ers?
Do your job, win in the trenches, run the ball down San Francisco's throat, and you got a dub.
Exactly. Hey, everybody, thanks again. Remember, please like, share, subscribe. Check out our YouTube channel.
Please
subscribe there. Jump into the Facebook group. Jump in here. Leave your comments. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything. And boom, one pride. Sorry for the first loss of fantasy, Andrew. Good night, y'all.
Good night. That must have been my brother Dane.
That must have been Dane. He said he wanted to catch the show tonight, so it looks like he did catch the show. So Dane, thank you so much for hopping in and checking us out. Much love, Dane. And yeah, Sunday we'll see after Monday who's got that W in the fantasy, Dane. We'll just see. All right, we'll see. Hey man, for the Statman, I am the Soul Man. This has been We Are Lions Nation Podcast Live.
Whoa,
pregame. Whoa. I know. I was getting in. No, I got to get you guys hyped up for this game. It's time for the Lions fight song, okay? I got skipped out on the last episode. It's not happening again, okay? Forward down the field, a charging team, they will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Let's go, baby. One pride. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. One pride, baby. Let's go. Sunday, Lions, 49ers. Lions' first win of the season. Hey, Statman, Soul Man, we are out. Thank you again for watching. This has been We Are Lions Nation Podcast. We will see you in just a few days for the We Are Lions Nation Podcast mashup special. Going to be awesome. See you guys there. Hey, let us know what you think. 7 p.m., 9 p.m., what time do you like best? Please let us know so we can come to you in a preferred time. For everybody that came in, thank you again for watching. Good night, everybody. One pride. Go Lions. Good night, everyone. Woo.